Hello, this video is for OpEx. This is the overview video. We'll be going through just general dashboard, back-end system, and how it interacts with the front-end system. So to get to the back-end system, type in www.foropex.com/wplogin.php. This will bring you to the login page. Enter in your credentials and hit the login button. This will bring you to the dashboard page of the backend system. Most of the information here is basically the WordPress foundation, none of which you'd probably really use. What the important stuff is going to be on the left hand side, which is broken into a number of sections. The 7 and theme options are all backend pre-configurations. Posts, media is where all your images are stored. Posts aren't used. Pages, the website consists of only one page, and that's the home page, so that will be stored under pages. Comments aren't being used. Portfolio aren't being used. Some of this stuff was actually from the last iteration of the website that actually just carried over. Won't harm anything. It's actually nice that it's there, but most of it again won't be used. So for our main purposes, what we'll be using is pages. By clicking on that, we'll bring you to all the pages on the website, old and new. Some of them, again, most of which are from the old website, but the page we are looking for is the home page. So the easiest way to do it, on the right hand side under search, type in home, hit enter, and the first one that will come up will be home front page. There is a draft and a old, which is essentially the old version, and the draft was used for development purposes. On the home, you can click on that, and that'll bring you to the home page back-end system of the website. It does use quite a bit of processing power for both the front end and the back end system. So there's actually doing a lot of web calls, so we had to do some optimization on the server side to make it work. So you'll see that the page actually does move a little bit slow. It's just one of the downsides of having all the information onto one page. The way the page is set up is everything's into sections, similar to how the home page is set up. So each section is its own piece on the backend system. Like you'll see the main area here, areas of expertise is a section, client industries is a section. That's all stored here. The Revolution slider is the main section of the homepage, which is the very top. And then it kind of goes from there in a cascading style. You'll see that the heading will have areas of expertise, and this uses a graphical user interface. So you'll see that there's an image for each. Each one has a corresponding heading with text. And as you go through, you'll see a similar layout to what you see on the actual website as what you see here. And again, all the information is stored on this page. To make a change to a image, you simply hover over. You'll see a few options here. Edit, clone, which actually makes a duplicate, or delete. If you wanted to change the image, you hit the edit. It'll bring up a small modal with the ability to change the image. You can clicking that will exit or remove the old one, and clicking again on the green will bring up the image uploader. From here you can simply drag and drop or choose a different image. I have an image ready to go here. I'm actually going to just drop it. You'll see that it'll turn blue. This will, just by letting go of the mouse, it will begin to upload and actually select it. Very simple. And then the bottom right hand side you'll see set image, and you can set an image. I won't actually save the changes considering this is a live site, but once you save that, it'll save it into that area, and your image will be stored in that section. Similarly, the text is changed in the same fashion. By clicking the edit button over that heading, you'll see that the title is listed here and the content of that section. And it uses something which is essentially a stripped down Microsoft Word. You can change your text there, add additional bullet points, remove. That's pretty much all you would need for that section. And again, each section has that corresponding what we call WYSIWYG, which is what you see is what you get editor. Again, title and the content that goes with it. Maybe it'll be helpful if I go through these one by one. Here's your areas of expertise here. Scrolling down is client industries. Case studies. You'll see that there is, the heading is actually here. There is some HTML involved. You'll see raw HTML. That was to make those boxes and do the do this animation. So the one you'd want to change would be the call to action and the modal box. The modal box is what you see when it opens. So again, the modal box has all that information. Scrolling down is the Why Choose Us, which has these headings. You'll see that there's no heading because there is no title. We just use them as placeholders with content with them. Next portion is the images. You can edit image, or you can add a image to this section. Next one is what the clients say. Again, there's some raw HTML. You want to leave that alone. That actually, the raw HTML does the curly braces on the right hand and left hand side. And within is the quotes that were used. And again, just like the images, you can add or remove or edit. Each one is using a raw HTML. If you use the same formatting, it should work just fine. Next section is the partners. Your heading, your two images, and a link to each. The next section is news. That currently isn't being used. Same with the events. So those are hidden. In the event you want those re-enabled, please just let me know and we'll turn those on. The very last section is the contact. There is your email address, text on the left hand side, heading, a little bit of text there. And that is essentially the entire section of the homepage. So this is just a brief overview of the homepage and how the sections are laid out on the backend system. In the next video, I'll go a little bit more into detail on how to make more detailed changes.